Welcome to this video against Ercole Leacone. Probably screwing this up right. This pronunciation. Okay, so we have an English. Now we got a hedgehog. Let's see. I always, not always, but almost all the time play this setup with this b3 line, and then with the trade. Yeah, this is always, I think, a rather comfortable position for white, especially now that I got in f4. f4, queen f3, rook d1 are the moves that I would like to play, and it looks like I'll manage. He's not playing, okay, well, he's not playing a6 was what I was trying to say. At some point there really is knight to b5, so he has to play it at some point really. Okay, I'm trying to get active on the king side. This setup with e3 is only deceptively modest. White really wants to do something on the king side with g4 and h4, those advances, but e3 gives some more stability to the center in a way, as there is no pawn on e4 that can be attacked. Yeah, and here we go. So let's consider how to proceed here. Yes, well, f5 allows knight to e5. This is probably a wrong idea. I should I must do one thing really, make sure that b5 and d5 is not really playable, and the knights on c3 and d4 do a good job at the moment. What I also must check is b4, trying to just trap the knight. It only has b7 as a square, and it's very important to keep that in mind, that at some point maybe even b4 is possible. h4 was just a strengthening move, improving the structure, but here I can actually push further and open the h file like that. Why not? Aha. It seems that he's a bit afraid on the king side. Let's see. Okay, he's recapturing with the f pawn. That's an interesting decision. Okay, should I really do even more on the h file, rook h4, these kind of moves, or is this a wrong approach? Interesting. The d6 pawn is quite weak now. I wonder if I maybe should switch to something entirely different. Play let's say queen to c6. What is his response to queen c6? If I go for a queen trade here, it's not bad actually, I believe. It's hard for him at the end to defend d6 if he trades queens now. And where is he going actually? Maybe he can move queen d8 or queen b8, keeping d6 protected. Yes, that's possible, but I thought I could take, and if I now retreat it and just attack d6, how is he going to defend it? At least in the short term. Knight e2 or I wonder, knight e2 or f3. Maybe f3. Yeah, well, d6. Huh? My idea is to just continue rook d2, rook d1. let's see. I actually could play knight d5 and getting the bishop here. That's not bad, really. That's
Check.
not bad, because I have this idea to play bishop f6 immediately. And of course rook d5 is also in the mix. He cannot really prevent both. He can play rook king f7, but I have bishop f6 attacking the rook. And then I can take. Should be quite good. Well, quite good is probably a huge understatement. Well, I think black's busted here, right? What is his move actually? On king f7 I can also just take f8. This is easier. You don't really want to. You don't want to take this bad knight here, but it's just so easy. Take d5, and that's it. The d6 pawn is weak on top of all of it. Yes. Yeah, well, here I need to take d5, right? He's got knight c3. No, he does not even have knight c3, so I can just take that. Okay. So here, is there anything better than just retreating? If I go to b2, he might play b5. But there's knight d2, which is a pretty good response. Okay. Knight d2, bishop f6 is the point. And here I thought maybe b4 even. I can play it much simpler, just like that. Attack it with the king.
Black resigns.
Yeah. Just he must move now, and bishop f6 wins the house. Yeah, that was quite nice. It looked like a nice victory somehow. Yeah, well, this is a line that I really have quite a lot of experience in. And this was a pretty good version of it. As white has this space advantage, and it's not so clear what black is doing. Maybe he needs to do something drastic like b5 or yeah, it's tough to tell. He can also consider to play queen to b7, exchanging queens. But it's not much fun to play. You simply don't get b5 and d5 in here so easily. And here this already looks like a very nice position. But, not sure about queen c6. This was an interesting try maybe, but not so sure about the objective merit. The way it was played, I think, was quite nice. Here the computer suggests an improvement. Playing d5. Interesting. Yeah, but that's also quite nice. Yeah, this is the computer's main line, which is also just a very good position for white. This fantastic diagonal and space advantage, better structure. Yeah. Here knight e5 was already
Check.
Quite good. Yeah, okay. This is just the normal looking move, and
check.
Well, this is a disaster. The real issue is, in my point of view, is that starting around here, black can try for an improvement. Here, for example, queen d7 is probably the better choice. It pretty much forces queen f3. I don't want to go king g1 or something, and then you get this end game in a better version. The end game that I showed before, that's simply a somewhat better version of it. Or you can avoid the move order d6 altogether and be a bit more flexible here. Not that d6 is a bad move, but once I have committed to b3, it's an interesting question if you should move that. For example, you can play like that, and if I try the exact same thing, there is this move available, which will trade this important d4 knight, and this also should be quite okay for black. So this is not a super convincing line for white that refutes the hedgehog or something. It's just a good practical weapon, but if black knows what's happening, it should be okay. All right, thanks for watching.